Welcome back to our series on automating your bookkeeping using QuickBooks Online. We are working on our money in transactions. What kinds of things can we do to automate our invoicing process so that we can reduce the amount of time we spend in bookkeeping? All right, so we're on the step right now to set up recurring invoices in QuickBooks Online. All right, so let's get to it. So we're going to go back to our QuickBooks file and we're going to slide this out of our way. And we are going to pick sales on the left and invoices on the drop down menu. And we're going to see the invoice that we created for U-Centric Solutions. And what we're going to do next is to create a recurring invoice out of that. So this may be helpful for any of you who have recurring invoices that you do for your clients or your customer base, where the amount's always the same. It's kind of a subscription basis type billing. All right, so let's take a look at that. So I'm going to click on this invoice here. There's several different ways to get to recurring invoices or to recurring transactions. We're going to look at two ways that we can do that. So I'm opening up the existing invoice that we have, and I am going to edit the invoice, even though I'm not going to change anything, but I'm going to show you that you can go to Manage in the upper right hand corner here, click on that, and one of our options is to click on Scheduling. All right. So here we can create a recurring invoice, and that's what we're going to do. We can also set this up for recurring payment. Now this is going to work with QuickBooks Payments once it's set up, and we might take a look at that here once we get the recurring invoice set up. So let's go ahead and click on this recurring invoice toggle, and it's going to give us some different options. So it says, what kind of a recurring setting are we doing? Is it scheduled? Is it a reminder? Is it unscheduled? We're looking at scheduled. All right, so it's scheduled, create number of days in advance. So let's say I always bill U-Centric Solutions on the first of the month, but I want to know that transaction is in there earlier. I can actually say, hey, post this into QuickBooks. You're still going to use the first of the month date, but it's going to be in there on the 25th or 26th of the month. It's going to show that invoice is sitting out there for me on the first of the following month, which I really like that idea. All right, it can automatically send emails or not. This is where the automation magic happens. So you can say, yeah, I want it to send an email. The amount's the same every time. There's no change. Let's just run with it. You can include unbilled charges. So if you have expenses that you incur for that customer and you have billed that customer on that expense, it should show up as an option to bill in your invoice. You can actually have it include that. So let's do that. And then you can mark as print later, which means this would tell you that you haven't printed that invoice. Now, I don't know that you need to print the invoices if it's in QuickBooks. That's your call. I try to reduce the amount of paper that we have in our office, so I don't select this. All right, so here you can see the interval. It says repeats on the first day of every month. The next invoice will be created on July 27th, but it'll be sent on August 1st. So it will be dated, even though it's happening on July 27th, it'll be dated as August 1st. All right, so we're going to start that date as August 1st. And maybe we know by the end of the year this is going to change. So we are going to have it end after let's see. So this is August, so August, September, October, November, December, let's say after 5 occurrences. All right, it's going to repeat every month or daily, weekly, yearly. Those are your options. Every 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, however you want to do it on the first day of the month, and then you can save the template. All right, so where did that go? That's a good question. So let's go up to our gear, and under Tools or List, you're going to see recurring transactions. Let's click on recurring transactions, and lo and behold, there is our template. It's got our company name, our customer name in this case. It's scheduled, it's invoiced, it goes every month. It's going to be start on August 1st, and you have your amount and so on. Now you can also get into this recurring payment, which I actually haven't spent any time in. So let's take a look at that. Let's manage recurring payments. All right, so we're going to cover this in a separate video, and we'll go back to this and see how this applies to the recurring invoice. But as far as creating the recurring invoice, you can get to those by going to your gear and recurring transactions. You can always go into your, let's go to sales, and you'll see now this recurring payments is actually showing up in here. But I think we could go to invoices, and I think if you go over here and click on this, again, they're really focused on the recurring payments. We should be able to do edit invoice and scheduling again, and we still should see recurring invoice, although it doesn't show right there. And lo and behold, where's our automatic invoice reminders? So you can actually turn those off on a customer by customer basis. Just be aware that that's an option to you. So a little bonus there for automation. So if you have a customer who might be offended by invoice reminders, this might be the option for you. All right, so that's how you set up recurring invoices. You're going to go up to your gear, look at your recurring lists, and then recurring transactions. You're going to find your information there. If you need to edit it, you just click on edit here, and you can edit the information for the recurring settings over here on the right side. All right, that's it on recurring invoices. And if you have any questions, comments, additional videos that you think would be helpful to see, let us know. We would appreciate it, and thank you very much.